EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. Welcome to Whistling Straits in Kohler, Wisconsin. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novelo. Frank, really amazing what man can do, shaping the land to make Wisconsin look like Scotland or Ireland or the moon, for that matter.
Well, this golf course is designed by Pete and Alice Dye, and you could say it's diabolical if you want to play it all the way up the back. Nearly 7,800 yards.
But this one has a chance to be really good. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
-1 in early going. Ready to tee off at this magnificent second hole. Frank, all I see are bunkers and water.
Well, that's pretty much what everybody else is going to see as well. Ideally, hit it down the left, though, and then you don't have a blind second shot. Even though you can be on the fairway on the right side, well, you won't see the green.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Safely aboard. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Frank going for another birdie here.
Chance to get on a real roll.
Not a real hard game, is it? Birdie to open. Now to the first par 3 on this golf course. It's the third, about 188 yards.
Yeah, big green with lots of undulations, and it moves the ball from that right side towards the left, towards Lake Michigan. But club selection, important here. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. He'll need to be strong with this.
I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Holding steady now at 2 under par. Frank, this is a big hole right here. The fourth, it is almost 500 yards, par 4.
And you can see the bunkers and the mounding down the right side. Believe it or not, that's actually where you should aim your tee shot. And just let the contours move that ball towards the middle of the fairway.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Well, he pays the price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
and into the thicker stuff.
Let's see if he can bludgeon this one out.
Frank, this is where the mental game really comes into play. You've hit a second consecutive shot into the rough.
This could pound very, very quickly, so now's a chance to just take a little breath, take a breather, and try to make sure this shot certainly gets out. Not a problem there, Rich.
In for par. Frank, you don't see holes like the fifth here at Whistling Straits all that often, do you?
And not just the shape of the hole, the length. Pete Dyer's managed to put both the length and the design of the hole together to make it brutally tough, but at the same time strategically brilliant. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Second from an excellent lie. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. Ready to hit the tee shot here at the 6th, Frank. Where are you looking to land the ball off the tee here?
Well, Rich, finally a par 4 that's not overly long. There's a little bunker down the left. That's about 250 yards. Shouldn't have a problem carrying that, but it's the next two, just up ahead around the 330 mark. Just keep it a little short of that, short iron in. That's an absolute beauty.
Looking to keep it going here, Frank.
Yeah, another example of things just working as they should.
Look out.
It's over. The green.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here. It's a big green. Just managed to get it smack bang in the middle of it.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. On the 7th tee now, and a tricky 221-yard par 3.
If you have a look at the way in which Pete Dye has designed this hole, you can see that the green shapes away to the right. So if you can bring the ball in from the left, it's certainly desirable.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Locked in on the read and the speed. Putting a good round together now at 4 under.
game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
You can play it from there, 300 yards away and in the fairway. Frank, when we stop staring at Lake Michigan in the background, what should we be focusing on this shot?
Well, somehow you've got to thread a long iron in between the bunkers on the left and the bunkers on the right onto a very, very narrow green.
It looks like he came over just a little bit.
Yeah, that one wasn't pretty, but it's still gonna get away with it.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. Wow, rolling the ball beautifully, makes birdie again.
Yeah, that pace, that roll, it's always getting to the hole, and it's the perfect, what we call the perfect holding speed. It uses all 4 1/4 inches of the cup.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A 3rd straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Back-to-back birdies and 6 under par. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back 9, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
Good contact, good result. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up? It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Just a well-played approach shot right there. Only about 10 feet away and a good look at birdie here. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, almost fell within just a few inches of dropping. Clean this up with a tap. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. We're now at the 11th hole, and this is a huge par 5. 645 yards, Frank, that's a biggie.
And plus, this hole bends to the right, which sort of makes you think that you can hit it down the right side. But if you miss down the right, there's just a multitude of bunkers that'll swallow up that ball, and you're nearly guaranteed to make at least 6.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, this is a huge par 5. How reachable is it?
Well, probably chances of getting home there, you're going to need something around the 340-yard mark off the tee. If you've done that, well, one thing to be aware of is that huge bunker, that huge deep bunker short left of this green.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
And getting ready for the putt. racking up the birdies. 7 for the day. Frank, the previous hole we took out the sledgehammer. Now at the 12th, we'll need a scalpel, it looks like.
Yeah, at 163 yards, you wouldn't think it's very long. But really, the problem is the green. You can pitch the ball in the middle of this green and still it can kick over. So be very, very aware of the mounding and the undulations on this green. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Second shot.
Stacking birdies, that's how you put a score on the board. So 2 straight, headed in the right direction. On to the 13th, and this par 4, Frank, they lovingly call cliffhanger. How do you deal with these 402 yards, Frank?
Really, you've got to pick a spot down the left side. Even where the rough isn't really such a bad line. Keep it down there, let everything kick to the right, but you have to avoid missing right here.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Frank, it's really hard to believe that we are in Wisconsin because it looks like an old seaside links course from Scotland or Ireland.
Well, Pete Dye spent a lot of time in Scotland in the early 1960s, and that's really where he learned his architecture from. So a lot of those features he's incorporated in Whistling Straits.
Great effort right there, and a great chance to knock in that short putt. Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Now to the par 4 14th. It is a dogleg left, about 396 yards.
Yeah, it really narrows up around that 300-yard mark. So this is another hole, really, where you don't need a driver. But somehow you've got to get that ball in the fairway. Remember, 250 yards only leaves 145 in.
Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Not in the fairway, but not too bad, just in that first cut. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game.
These putts keep the round together. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Frank, lots of sand and beach in view here at the 15th.
Yeah, this starts a tremendous 4-hole run to the clubhouse. And this is going to require your best tee shot. Maybe a little fade off the tee would keep it away from those bunkers on the left and set up that second shot.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Get down. Look out.
It's over. The green.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him. I've heard of being on the zone, but this is he's just making it look so easy.
Just sensational golf. I mean, he is knocking down every flagstick right now. What a performance. Now the run to the finish beginning here at the 16th, Frank.
And there's certainly a chance for 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, you name it down here. But it's all going to start with one thing, and that's a good drive.
And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. Missed the fairway in the fairway bunker now.
It's not all gloom and doom, though. Lip isn't too high. A good swing here still shouldn't be a problem.
Frank, that was the right thing to do.
Yeah, there was no advantage to try and get any more out of that. Smart shot.
Now his third, staring right at the green. Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Frank, I've made a bagel order or a donut order half a dozen, but birdies, that I've never done.
I tell you, this is going to be Krispy Kreme time. 6 in a row.
See a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. Pretty good result right there, considering
it looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
Chance to get it close here. Frank, golf may be the best sport to follow from this standpoint. You can get closer to the great athlete in golf than you can in any other sport. You could stand 5 feet from Tiger Woods at a tee box as he's getting ready to drive. I mean, that's really unusual in sports.
Yeah, it's a different type of spectator sport, especially if you follow your favorite player all the way around the golf course. Because it's not like waiting for your favorite hitter in a baseball game. You know, you've got to wait several innings. You can literally see him hit every single shot, drive through the park.
The final hole, the 18th, and the clubhouse in the distance. Frank, it's looking like home sweet home, isn't it?
Well, if you can hit the fairway here, that's one thing, but it still leaves an enormously long second shot. Oh, I liked that.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Frank, this is money time. The approach shot here at 18.
Well, there's that carry over 7 Mile Creek. That's the biggest problem. So this long iron hit into this green, you've got to take plenty of club to make sure it finds its target.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That is another laser right at the flagstick. Looking to make a move. This putt for birdie. Ooh, that hurts. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. So just a formality here. Did the job right there. Frank, that was an impressive round out there today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest of this tournament plays out.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Really looking forward to the action today here at Whistling Straits. What a stunning layout overlooking Lake Michigan here in Kohler, Wisconsin. And what a great test, Frank, kind of at least in terms of the look, a seaside links.
It is. It's also one of those golf courses, Rich, that you normally play better the second time around. And the reason why I say that, Pete Dye is the master of visual intimidation. So when you first play Whistling Straits, you'll think some of those lines are much tougher or you go to the wrong side. Once you've been around there once, you realize, I've got to hit it down the right rather than the left. And things start to make more sense.
But, Frank, in true links golf, you can generally run the ball up along that ground. Here, you have to put it up in the air, don't you?
You certainly do, yeah. It's links golf played through the air.
That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good look at birdie. This is an 11-foot putt. -1. Really going. Frank, bold is beautiful here at Whistling Straits, and this second hole is for the bold, isn't it?
Well, even though it's just under 600 yards, it is reachable for the long hitters. Ideally, you want to hit it down the left side, because that way you can see the green. There is bunkers left, and there is bunkers right.
Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we've got to blame that on the weather. The wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards.
Third shot, looking for a good one. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track.
Oh, chance for birdie.
Makes the putt and moving in the right direction. 2 under par. Now to the first par 3 on this golf course. It's the third, about 188 yards.
Yeah, big green with lots of undulations, and it moves the ball from that right side towards the left, towards Lake Michigan. But club selection, important here.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A third straight birdie.
Some good playing.
That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
And getting ready for the putt. Holding steady now at 2 under par. Frank, this is a big hole right here. The fourth, it is almost 500 yards, par 4.
And you can see the bunkers and the mounding down the right side. Believe it or not, that's actually where you should aim your tee shot, and just let the contours move that ball towards the middle of the fairway.
I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie.
It's that sneaky distance.
Continues to putt beautifully. Now the fifth hole. Frank, what a par 5.
Well, strategic par 5. It's almost the shape of an S. That's why it's called snake. The best and most conservative way to play this hole is just simply play it as a 3-shotter. Tee shot down the left, second shot up there, and then just take the wedge in.
That's in the fairway. Second shot coming up here at the par 5. He's set up for his third shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Good putt and a good move. Now to 4 under. Hole number 6, and another scenic view off the tee. It's a 409-yard par 4.
Yeah, the hole is well bunkered around the 300-yard mark. Ideally, you want to have that tee shot just short of that. Then it's not too hard a second shot.
That is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Frank, downhill shot here. Will he have to take it just a little bit easier?
Yeah, be careful with the ball position as well. If you play the ball too far forward and try and scoop it, it's not going to work.
This is a good-looking shot. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
How about this little move? 5 under par now. 2 straight birdies. On the 7th tee now, and a tricky 221-yard par 3.
If you have a look at the way in which Pete Dye has designed this hole, you can see that the green shapes away to the right. So if you can bring the ball in from the left, it's certainly desirable. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. And that one rolls just into the rough.
Now you have to decide whether or not that ball's going to fly or not.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That is a painful bogey at the 7th hole. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. That puts them at 4 under for the round. Wow, way to the right here.
And there's rough over there.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait, and at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Putting all of his talents on display here from the rough, and he knocks it really close. Beautiful shot. Oh, that hurts. Thought he had it. Just a couple of feet. Finally in for a double bogey. Frank, what about this downhill shot off the tee and the idea that you just want to sort of let that ball run toward the green down the hill?
Well, Pete Dye just gives you so many different looks throughout the front 9 of Whistling Straits, and this really is the first example of this, plus the swirling winds that are created by that sort of tree and mounding on the right of this green. Quite spectacular.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320. This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Good try. Just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Has it. And he's 2 under par. Built on a 2-mile stretch of Lake Michigan over what was an abandoned airfield, quite a layout. It is Whistling Straits in Kohler, Wisconsin, site of not 1 but 2 PGA championships. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Frank getting set for a challenging back 9.
Decision to be made here, really, how much do you want a chance with the tee shot? A good drive down the left side of this hole will actually get you very close to the green. But if you miss it left, problems.
Frank, as we get set for this approach, what does our featured player need to do to regain some of that early round magic?
First, a bit of advice, really. Take a deep breath. Make sure all those bad thoughts get out of your mind. After that hot start, we all know they can play better than this, but they need to relax first of all and then let their game take over again.
Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Locked in on the read and the speed. Wow, I thought he made that.
Now putt for par.
And he's putting for par now. He's made it. Well, Frank, the 11th here at Whistling Straits is a monster par 5. They call it sandbox, but it is not exactly child's play, is it?
No, I can't actually count the number of bunkers on this hole. Plus, it's a dogleg to the right. 645 yards. I don't care whichever way you cut it down. That's going to be 3 good shots. Forces you to hit driver off this tee.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. 11 feet away. Will not be happy with that one. So they'll tap in. Always take that. Good par putt right there. Back to the action here at the 12th. It is a par 3, and Frank, a little bit of a breather, at least in terms of yardage.
Well, that's about it, because this green is one of the most undulating on the golf course. I doubt there's a flat spot on this green. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Just a beautiful approach shot. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Two under par for the round. Frank, here at the 13th, a lot can happen.
Just a gentle dogleg to the right, or at least the hole moves to the right, plus the slope of the fairway. So you've got to aim left of center.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Down the hill from here, Frank probably going to go with one club less. That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. And getting ready for the putt. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Nice par to remain at 2 under. So with 5 holes left to play here at the PGA Championship, we arrive at this dogleg left, par 4.
Well, it's called Widow's Watch, but really it's a thinking man's hole. A long iron, maybe even a fairway wood just down the right side. That should set up a relatively simple short iron.
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
Down, little Sheba. Down! Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Frank, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
These putts keep the round together. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 8th hole seems to have taken him out of his game. Frank, lots of sand and beach in view here at the 15th.
Yeah, this starts a tremendous 4-hole run to the clubhouse. And this is going to require your best tee shot. Maybe a little fade off the tee would keep it away from those bunkers on the left and set up that second shot. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
It's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You'll need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking him for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the course.
Frank, as you know, the finishing holes at a major championship can make even the world's #1 player buckle under the pressure. How do you avoid that?
Well, with a good drive to start here, there's a series of bunkers that start about 300 yards down the right side. You'd like to start your tee shot on those and maybe work it back towards the fairway to get a little bit more run and make this hole reachable.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Second shot coming out of the rough here. So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait. And at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
Oh, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You've got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
10-foot putt left. Now 2 to the good side. All right, Frank, you want to win a major championship, 250 yards, 17th hole, trouble everywhere. Hit your pants up and get it going.
Yeah, easier said than done. This is way left going left.
And that one's going to be in the rough, it looks like. And it is not looking like a good lie. And setting up here in the rough. And he's made the green. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Holding steady now at 2 under par. Frank, quite a finishing hole, and that's as it should be. This is, after all, a major championship.
Well, you can see why Bubba Watson, Martin Keimer, Dustin Johnson have played well here. This finishing hole requires the long hitter's best tee shot, preferably just a little down the right side, because that's the safer side to be.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Well, Frank, the wind is really starting to pick up.
We've got to fixate on the direction now. If you get the direction wrong and or mistime one of those gusts, all sorts of problems.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Not too bad, a round of 70. Alongside Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner for EA Sports. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye for now. EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. We're here at Whistling Straits in Kohler, Wisconsin. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all the action out on the course today. Frank, this golf course is set in the Midwestern part of the United States, but when you play here, you almost feel as though you're being transported to another continent altogether.
Yeah, it looks like a links golf course. Obviously marvelous views of Lake Michigan, but already hosted in its short time 2 major championships. The PGA Championship back in 2004 where Vijay Singh won, and of course 2010 when the victor was Martin Keimer. Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
1 under early in the round. Frank, how about the par 5, 597-yard second hole?
They give you a chance here. If you can hit a long drive down the left side, it starts to open up. But even a drive that finds the fairway down the right side, you might think it's okay, but chances are you can have a blind second shot. What a great shot. Oh, that had some meat behind it. second shot. Off the flight path again.
Frank, way offline all day long.
Yeah, this is a head scratcher, really. I've seen him play before. Normally much better than this. This is abnormal, that's for sure.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Locked in on the read and the speed. Drops the putt to go to 2 under. Now the stunning 188-yard par 3 third here at Whistling Straits.
Yeah, the green angles to the left. You have to be careful because it's well protected by those huge bunkers and dunes on the left.
That one was running so hot. Solid play, heart of the green. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Did the job right there. Frank, this golf course is hard work, no question, but every once in a while it allows you to stop and just soak it all in. It is spectacular.
It is. In one respect, it's an enormously long golf course at 7,800 yards. But then if you look away from the landscape itself, it's truly beautiful. Oh, it's fine.
Frank, at this, the highest level, stroke play, really it seems to me to be all about not wasting shots because the margin for error is so razor thin. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, getting him another good look. 11 feet away. No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Frank, you've played all over the world. How unique is this hole, the 5th?
I've never really seen anything quite like this. On one hand, it's an extremely long par 5, but then on the other hand, you have all these options that are available. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run, how it just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Third shot, looking for a good one. This is a good-looking shot. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
How about that? 4 under par. Frank, how do you like this par 4 6th hole? A little more than 400 yards.
Really, you try not to overthink this one. Just find some fairway down there around the 280, 300 yard mark, and then relatively simple second shot in here. That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, no surprise that Martin Keimer won a PGA championship here, just looking at this shot ahead.
Yeah, this shot obviously suits someone that hits the ball left to right with sort of like a hard bullet-type cut. There's only really one problem for that player if he tries to play that shot, is that little pot bunker that guards the front half of this green.
What a great shot. Right next to the hole. It's about 5 feet. How about this little move? 5 under par now. 2 straight birdies. What an interesting par 3 this is. The 7th is 221 yards. There is trouble to the right, and it is nicknamed Shipwreck.
I think those people that decide to go straight at the flag, then that's where they will pay a high price. There's nothing wrong with being a little left of the flag here.
Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No, no chance. And he's made it onto the green now. So a tester from 4 feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, check out all the bunkers on the right.
I can't count them on one hand, that's for sure. Just another example of how Pete Dye has just has gone to work in the way in which he's protected these holes.
Good contact, good result. Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
So just a formality here. Impressive. Once again, that's a par, remaining at 5 under. Headed to the clubhouse now for a hot dog and a soda at the turn. But first, a little bit of business here with this par 4 ninth.
And this is going to take a straight tee shot. Trouble on both sides of this fairway. Also, be very, very aware of the shape of this fairway. It's downhill and slopes left to right.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Well, now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Beautiful roll on that one, right in the bottom. Welcome back to the PGA Championship here at Whistling Straits. Ball is teed up here at the 10th. We are set to get it going on the back 9.
There's a bunker that you can see that's about 260 yards in the middle of the fairway. You can easily carry that in line with another one that's about 330 yards. That just sets up a relatively straightforward pitch.
Frank, you're a go-for-it kind of a guy. What do you need to do to make it all happen here at the 10th?
Well, you can get nearly on the green, or certainly very close, but you've got to challenge that left side. If you miss, you fail, big time, because the trouble's all down the left.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that
one. Oh, this is gone.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
7 under par now. 645-yard par 5 11th. They call this hole the sandbox, and hopefully, Frank, you're not picking up the shovel here.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. If you're reaching this par 5 and 2, then you don't belong on this planet.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Now the second shot to the par 5. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, on an uphill shot like this one, did you do anything differently in terms of your setup over the ball?
Yeah, I made sure the ball wasn't too far forward, because on an uphill shot, there's always a struggle to get all your weight going forward.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Frankie seems to have found something. Already 2 birdies in a row and now another chance.
Yeah, it's all starting to flow here. This is really important. He's starting to play well, so finish it off here to 3 in a row.
Frank, the previous hole we took out the sledgehammer. Now at the 12th, you'll need a scalpel, it looks like.
Yeah, at 163 yards, you wouldn't think it's very long. But really, the problem is the green. You can pitch the ball in the middle of this green and still it can kick over. So be very, very aware of the mounding and the undulations on this green.
It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. And getting ready for the putt. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. 13th hole now, and by the looks of this one, Frank, if you were right off the tee, things could go horribly wrong.
Massive drop-offs and bunkers to the right. Doubtful that you'd ever get a good lie if you missed this fairway on the right. So, flip side, keep the ball down the left. Oh, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it? Got to be careful here. Downhill, he's got to time it good because your weight's a little bit more on your front foot.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Just 5 feet left. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count. And that is 9 under for the day. So with 5 holes left to play here at the PGA Championship, we arrive at this dogleg left, par 4.
Well, it's called Widow's Watch, but really it's a thinking man's hole. A long iron, maybe even a fairway wood just down the right side. That should set up a relatively simple short iron.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
From the rough, just a bit to the right, though.
The ball always starts where the club face is pointing. And this one, just right of the intended line.
Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Ready to go here at the 15th tee. And by the looks of it, Frank, we should have brought the swimsuits and some sunscreen.
It's very picturesque, that's for sure. But don't get fooled by its beauty. This is an absolute beast at 503 yards and sets up a very, very tough finish to Whistling Straits. Oh, that's fine.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, looks like he came over just a little bit.
Yeah, that one wasn't pretty, but it's still gonna get away with it.
That will be a great look at birdie. Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A third straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Beautifully done. That's a birdie. Now the run to the finish beginning here at the 16th, Frank.
And there's certainly a chance for 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, you name it down here. But it's all going to start with one thing, and that's a good drive. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through.
Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. That's been the story of the day, hacking it out of the rough.
Going to have grass stains on the shoes come the end.
Frankie's managed to hit it in the rough yet again.
Yeah, this is hard to imagine. You know, the fairways aren't that narrow today.
Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. 17th now, and if you have a club that goes 250 yards on a good line, bust it out right now.
And if anything, you want to aim it just ahead of the right. It pays to be a little cautious here because of that mound on the left. It goes down some 20 feet below the level of the green.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Knocking down all the shots today now. 13 under. Frank, quite a finishing hole, and that's as it should be. This is, after all, a major championship.
Well, you can see why Bubba Watson, Martin Keimer, Dustin Johnson have played well here. This finishing hole requires the long hitter's best tee shot, preferably just a little down the right side, because that's the safer side to be. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway.
This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. In the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down. Well, in the sand, but it has been raked nicely, looking for something positive. What a great bunker shot. Frank, best bunker players that you've ever seen.
Most of them South African. Gary Player, Ineos, David Frost. Just have a great feel. A little bit like what we just saw there.
Frank, you have to like what you saw out there today.
I certainly did. Swing is excellent right now. Stroke, there's nothing wrong with that. Really, just it's a case of